Hey, it's Trevor, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do some basic rigging, and just to help you, know how to rig things so you can have a wide range of tactics. So first off, I'll start with a normal Texas rig, because that's where I live, and this is what we usually use in the springtime. So basically, you need a Gamakatsu wide gap hook, which is one that looks like this in case you don't know what it is. And basically, you get the head of the bait, or the front of the bait, whatever you want to call it. You put the sharp end of the hook into the center of the bait until it goes up to where it starts to turn. When you get there, you get the bottom of the bait, whichever is the bottom. You turn it until it goes out the bottom. If it doesn't go through the middle like that time, you can just redo it until it goes to the middle. So it's like that. You just push it all the way up and then it gets to here. Basically, you do a 180. So what I'm doing here is getting the bait, going like this. I'm just kind of twisting it until it's up on there like this. Well, now it's on there, but what are you gonna do? So basically, you measure it out with hit on the hook, on the bait until you get to the back where the hook is, and then what you want to do is you want to bend the bait until where the point is pointing to about where the end of the hook would be. So you push it through, and it's like that. Then to make it weedless, you pull forward on the bait, up and back, and then it's completely weedless. So that's a normal Texas rig, and that's what it looked like when you're done. Okay, next I'll do a swim bait. This is what a swim bait hook is. It's pretty much a wide gap, a little bit different right here. And there's a spring or a screw, whatever you want to call it, and it has a weight on the bottom so the swim bait will swim flat. So what you want to do to start is you get the little screw or the spring or whatever you want to call it. You screw it into the head of the bait, just like this. You screw it on all the way, and then you're gonna have to experiment until you can get it right. Then once it will go on there even right, so then you do the same thing as I just showed you with the Texas rig, except you do it with this. So measure it to about right there. So I'm gonna bend the bait, stick it all the way through. Let's try. Get it all the way through, push forward and back, and then there is a swim bait. That's how you rig up a swim bait. It works with any of them. This is a pretty good one. Got lots of bass on it. It's a great one. The fish tend to really like the eyes, I've noticed, because I've used ones that don't have eyes, and they really strike at this one a lot. And last, but definitely not least, this is great for whenever you're in the winter and the bass are really finicky. It's called a shaky head, and that's supposedly the head. And there's two ways of rigging this. I'll start off with the easiest way. Basically, you get the head of the bait, which is this end. You do like you've been doing with the Texas rig. You push it on until it's at the curve, but this time you gotta keep on going through, and you're gonna end up with something like this, and you just keep on pushing it until it's like that. So this time it's gonna be like that, and it's not weedless, but that's one way of rigging it. And I'm gonna take this off just like that. Okay, and then this is the other way of rigging it. This is what I prefer, because the lake that I fish, it has lots of weeds and stuff and lots of stumps, so it's a lot easier to not have it weedless, and it'll be a lot less frustrating. So basically, if you can't get it on the screw, what I recommend is getting either pliers or line cutters or anything that will cut off some of the bait. I have these little cutters, and you just snip off some of the bait like that. It'll make it a lot easier to you know, screw it on. You screw it on. It's just hard. So, screw that on. There we go. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. Just keep on screwing it, even if it looks like it's all the way on. Screw it until the flat, or the bottom of the bait is like this. So that's the bottom right there. So, and then basically you do like a Texas rig. And you push through the bait like that. And then you forward, up, and back. Then you got a weedless shaky head worm. And I'll sit on the bottom. Say this is, my hand is the bottom. I'll sit on the bottom like this. And this will like wiggle around whenever you like give it a little twitch. And so that's how you rig 3 of the most basic and some of the best ways of catching bass. And thank you. And good luck fishing.